Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side, so once all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Alright, to this video, I would like to talk about a topic of so-called the change of welfare. Now, it's not common. It's usually for the student guardian visa, subclass 590. Now, it's not a really important visa, but it's actually very complicated for any minor. What that means, child under the age of 18 wanted to come to Australia to study. Australia government does provide you a student guardian visa. Well, usually the guardian will be the parent body, and there's a restriction. There's only one parent body can come, and also you can also elect the grandparent to come with the child as well. Now, the complication here is if there is any, for example, family matter. Applying the visa is pretty straightforward, but when the visa is granted, now during the time that you held the visa of subclass 590, if there is a family matter, personal matter, require a change of welfare, that means we will need to switch or change someone else to become the student guardian for the actual minor student. Now, it's actually very, very complicated. There's not much, I don't think there's any video out there talking about how this will actually go through. So in this video, I would like to go through that with you. Alright, so it's a little bit boring, but it's technical and it's pretty vital when things come when you need. Okay, all right, let's jump into the immigration website. Now, you may have a Google this, you can read them through by yourself. The title, if you want to Google, you will just type in welfare and custody arrangements for student under 18. So usually when you're applying for a student visa with a student guardian, you would already complete the form 1229. So this video is more about once the visa has been granted, you hold the visa. If you want to change the guardianship, what do you do? So if you have turned 18 before you arrived, complete question 1 to 8 of form 157N. That means and you have a well, basically means you are just becoming an adult. There is a little bit of complication there. So if your age, you come to Australia while you were still 17, and then a few months later you become 18, there will be arrangement there. Australian government does provide the student parent to still be able to be a student guardian, well, for a few months. Perhaps I think they will give you extra 6 months once the child has just turned 18, so you will still be able to be there to take care of whatever that requires settlement issues in Australia. Now, usually we'll have client in this situation where the child is just under 18, can be 7, can be 8, can be 16, can be 14. So there's a confirmation of appropriate accommodation welfare. This will be issued by the actual school providers, and they know that you were the parent body. They'll issue that to you. And also there's acceptance advisor secondary exchange student. That's for exchange students. So usually you won't touch that one because that's managed by schools and schools. So schools in whichever the country that they are in, and the other school in Australia, or organize approval welfare arrangement by relevant minister. Well, that's for foreign affairs or defense student. Now that's, well, usually been taken care by the government, so we won't touch that either. All right, you need to complete again the form 157N. So 157N is the major form that required to be completed by all the change of welfare requests. So the nominated guardian must be a parent, a person in the custody of the students, relative student at age 21. So it can be a sister, can be a brother who is above the age of 21 and they need to hold a certain visa there. Normally government can hold Australian citizenship, permanent resident, or any temporary visa holders. So if there's somebody that doesn't have any visa, and that basically won't be able to have that temporary change of the guardianship there. All right, a minimum length of welfare arrangement of student under 18 usually will be until they turn 18. So you must have a welfare arrangement in place until you turn 18. Even if you turn 18 before the course start, you must not enter Australia before the welfare arrangement starts. So it's quite strict, because there has been child under 18 facing issue, and the government cannot find a responsible person for that child. So usually it will be the guardian, and guardian will usually be the parents, and that will be the issue there. So your visa will be the same period of time as the confirmation of enrollment. So that means your student guardian visa will cover through the entire duration when your child is studying there, plus 7 days of end of the enrollment until you turn 18. So you will only 7 days. I forgot someone got longer than that, but anyhow, it's upon the discretion of the immigration officer to actually grant you on that one. Enroll with more than one provider. You then can be done if you enroll 2 or more courses. Well, it's not recommended for the recent practice due to the new the directions 111, I believe, and also the genuine student tests. If you have more than one provider, it's actually very hard to actually get through the visa, not just for student guardian. You must show all the organized continuous welfare arrangements, so arrangement that's agreed upon by the school providers. Student visa application made in Australia, alternative welfare arrangements, and then I'm gonna take you what you're required to do. So if you already hold a subclass 590 visa and there is a family matter that you're required to return back home, or there's a personal matter you're required to return back home, usually will be these two main reasons, then a change of welfare arrangement is required. So usually what you do is you go to this page, it says your study situation has changed, and you click on the change of welfare arrangements, and they will explain again. You need to be approved by the school. All right, the school required to know who is your next student guardian, or the change of from mother to father. You need to notify the school. School will provide a statement there, and then you need to complete that form 157, and then you click on the bottom link here. That will take you, it's pretty straightforward now. Previously there's no web form. Now web form is quite easier to manage, and once you click on that, all right, that takes you to this page, which is again pretty straightforward, but it requires all the documents that you already gathered. For example, the completion of the form 157 and the statement of the school notifying that they understand there's a temporary change of the student guardian to another parent, and other substantive evidential support that reason why there is perhaps a personal matter, there's a health issue, you're required to return back to do a health check, there's a family matter, for example, somebody elderly had passed away, you're required to go back, so on and so forth. Can be anything, but you need to have that supporting evidence together with you, and then you basically punching all the reasons in these boxes here, and insert all the detailed passport, who the student is, and then you just attach all the document down here and click on submit, and that's it. That's pretty straightforward, isn't it? It will usually take, well, my take is, well, the quickest will be 2 weeks. The drawback here, sometimes I do have clients took about 2 to 3 months, which is ridiculous. If there's a urgent family matter or personal matter and that takes 2 months, that's something that we cannot change, but I think the government of Australia or immigration is required to improve upon. Anyway, should you have more questions, feel free to welcome to leave a comment right down below, and I see you next video. Goodbye.